Hi everybody, David Lockwood here. I'd like to introduce you to our new team name, Passive Peeps. Now, we are passive, we like passive income, and we're pretty quiet about it, but yet everybody's whooping and hollering because we have 4 great passive and paying programs. JSS Tripler, The Golden Path, Daily Profit Always, and Wealth for All Team. Well, we're all doing really well on that, and thank God for that. Now, had a lot of people ask a lot of questions about Daily Profit Always. There's a little bit of misconception to do when one reaches cap or is leading towards cap. So I just want to go over Daily Profit Always and clear up some of that confusion. Okay, so here's the site Daily Profit Always. Now, what the deal is here, it is a 5% daily interest for 50 days on each share. How much does a share cost? $10. How much do you collect in 50 days? You collect 250%. It's 5% times 50 days is 250%. 100% of that is your original money back, and the 150% represents your interest made on that money. Now, the way that this works is that as you continue to buy shares, or you start with a certain amount of shares, 24 hours after you have purchased your shares, you will be paid your 5%. That's 24 hours later at the time that you bought your shares, you will be paid 5%. So if you have multiple shares, then you'll have money coming in at all different times, and you pick one period of 24 hours to withdraw that money or turn it into more shares, and then the next 24 hours that one share is going to be included, or the amount of shares that you recently bought with your 5% that you made. Now, one of the things you need to understand, if you are to get to cap or to continue growing your account, it is your responsibility to compound the 5% daily. It is not done for you. It is not automatic. When I talk about compounding, I'm not saying that they do it for you. You need to go in there every day at that one designated time that represents a 24-hour period, and you need to either in-house buy the shares that represent the amount of money that you had for a 24-hour period, or you need to withdraw it and then pull it back in. Okay, so I'm going to go over that, and because I need to show you some other things that happen. Here's the back office. I've just signed in, and we're in the back office right now. As you can see, my total share purchase, which is right here, okay, is 7,180 cents. My active shares is $7,030. So I have had my first share of 7 shares mature and fall off the board. So that's why there's a $70 difference between total share purchase and active shares. Now, if I was at cap, I would need to replace that. So even though I am active and 70 come off, well, I'm buying at least 10 shares a day. Now, I was going to leave this until I got to cap, but I decided that no, that's not in my favor to leave it until I got to cap, because people think that you have $10,000 in there and you will be paid $500 a day and you can withdraw $500 a day. Doesn't work that way. What happens is that you get to your 10,000, you do get your 500, but the only way you take it out is you have to come over where rebate earning balance is here, and you need to use the withdraw button. Now, if you, of course, and everybody's done this, right? You've all read the terms and conditions and how the program runs. There's a 70-30 split. Meaning, so if I have $500 in there for the day, and I click on the withdraw button right here, then $150, the 30%, will go into repurchase balance right here. And the $350 will go to my processor that I select. Okay, do you understand that? That's really important. $350 goes to my processor, 150 goes into repurchase balance. You will never be able to take out repurchase balance. But what repurchase balance does is that as each day that a share matures and falls off the board, you have a kitty in here building that you're able to go in and repurchase the amount of shares to make it $500. So if you're at the 10,000 mark, that's 1,000 shares. Okay, so let's just say, for instance, that you are building, you have $500 in your repurchase balance, and you need to replace 23 shares. Well, you can't go in there and do 30 shares because you're only allowed 1,000 shares. So you go in and you need to just buy 23 shares. That's the way it works. And so there'll always be money there, and that way the program is always will keep going with everybody that's in the program. They're always going to have 30% available to repurchase shares, and that's what keeps this thing running and live. Now, not only does that keep it running and live, they're very aggressive. They purchase a company that provides 50% of the income needed to keep this going. And that's through membership fees, etc., and stuff like that. So that's really great that they did that. They've also purchased two other companies, one big, one small, and they have, again, a number of members, and that also adds to the income. So now, what you're going to do is that you can see that I have $7,030 here. And I've decided that I'm going to take my money out from here on in daily so I can put it elsewhere to improve my income streams. So my choice at the present time, as most of you know, is the Golden Path. So they have a 200 cap limit. So I allow $40 for every subscription that I buy. So example, in a day like last night, there was about 300 and let's say $36. Well, 223 of that goes into my processor, and $100 or 102 went into my repurchase balance. Well, how did that happen? It happened because this here on the rebate earning balance was showing $336, and when I click the withdraw button, I initiate the 70-30 split. So the 30% split, which was $102, came in to repurchase balance in here. And the 234 or whatever it was, that went into my STP processor. Okay, I also had commission balance. Not everybody will have that if you don't have people as referrals. And I had a certain amount of that also there, so I sent that over to Solid Trust Pay. Bottom line is that it ended up being about $291. So when I went to Golden Path and I went to fund my e-wallet, I actually initialized $260 at $40 a piece. That is what did I 6? That's 240. I initiated 260 because there is commissions there, and ended up paying out like $270. So that 270 went in, and then I bought 6 subs last night. So I'm averaging anywhere from 5 to 8 subs a day that I'm purchasing for the Golden Path. So I'm at 68 subs. That's my cap is 200. In about 12 days, I'm going to be there. Okay, 12. I think it's 19 days. Now I'm still growing this because I'm putting 100 or 10 shares every day that I do this. So, but in another 40 days or something, I'll be at the 10,000 mark. And once I reach my 200 subs, then I'm going to, I can address it to somewhere else. I can send it to another program. I can put it to my bank, and if I want to go buy something for the house or myself or my wife or kids, it's there, and that is spendable cash. Okay? Now, I want to show you what it's like when they drop off the board. So I bought this first one here, and that was on April 11th. That's when I started this program, April 11th. and it just fell off the board on the 31st of May. Now, up here, my next one I bought is on the 16th, which is 5 days later. So on June the 5th, which is, what are we today? We're at the 4th. Tomorrow, this one falls off. So another $30 falls off. But as I said, I'm buying at least 10 shares. That's 100 a day. So that will be covered, and I'll still gain 7 more units tomorrow night when that happens. Now, this one here at 197 I put in, which is 19 shares. All the portion that I take will be less that night because I have to cover $197 or $190. The 760 was fees. Okay, so that will be right after this one tomorrow. So that's June the 6th that this one here is going to fall off the board. And additionally to that, there is another one, June 6th. Okay, so there is, no, sorry. That's just the date. This falls off June 3rd. This one here is on the 18th, which is 2 days after this one on the 16th. And then we start going 19th, 19th, 19th. There's 3 of them. Then we got the 20th for 2. You can see, and these will continue to drop off. But I'll have enough money in repurchase and also the 5% rebate earnings that I'll be able to continue growing with this. Now, if I was at 10,000 cap, I would have money in my repurchase and all of this would be taken care of. And that's what you have to always remember. Okay? Now, if I scroll up to the top, past all this, here is what I've been doing. There's 100 and another 100. Like every day I'm putting in 10 shares. I'm getting like about 350 total, and I'm putting in 100. There's one for 110. Now this one's not it's active, but it's never been paid yet. So tonight on their server time, 03/1956, which is about 20 after 11, that will be paid its 5%. So at about 25 after 11, that becomes my 24-hour period. And then that's all of the whole day, all of these that you saw here, the 74 different days of shares that I have, in that 24-hour period, they're all paid their 5%. Okay, and then from there, then at 25 after, that's when I take my money out. So to wrap this up here, here's my links, by the way. Very important YouTube channel. I have a lot of video on there, and every webinar is now recorded, so you can catch up on webinars. My Skype, PTR Rich 1, please identify yourself or I'm not going to accept you. Email is davidrlockwood@gmail.com. And there's the 4 links for the 4 programs that the Passive Peeps are into in making money. Okay, so to cap everything here or sum everything up, when you do reach cap and you're paid $500 a day, you will only have in your hand $350 because 30% of that every day will go into repurchase. But that's still going to be 350 times 30 days is $10,500. In my books, that's a lot of nice mad money. You know, it's spendable cash because you don't have to grow anymore there. So you're able to take that out and put it wherever you deem that it's needed. And that's great. So build other programs, catch up on your bills, treat you and your family to a nice weekend somewhere. Just do something nice and have fun with it because you earned it. Okay, on that note, see everybody Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my webinars. Everybody have a great day. Thank you.